Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another month of Dolphins log for Zenless Zone 0. Month of June 2025. Let's get right into it. Nicole is stunning as always in her outfit. Very pink. I like it. Anyways, let's see. Mr. Hugo, I believe, is a new character for this month. So we'll start with him. He is now, endgame capable, I think. I hope so. Yeah. Mr. Hugo Vlad. Total HP, barely under 3k attack. 58.6 CR. He does get 12% extra crit rate from his core skill, so functionally it's 70%, 70.6. Just barely hit it, or just barely got him to an acceptable crit rate. Technically, I believe I've been told that he'd prefer a higher crit rate. But so far, him having 70% hasn't been an issue for me necessarily. So far so good. I believe his minimum required, minimum required or recommended, not required, recommended crit rate is 70%. So for me, that's pretty good. Or for me, that's good enough. Especially considering I didn't roll for his signature, which would have been nice, but obviously I decided against it. Not when Yishuan probably wants her signature engine later this week. But in any case, crit damage 146. So 1 to 2 crit rate, crit damage value ratio, or ratio, not value. If we still care about that in Zenless. Anyways, full core skill unlocked, 9s across the board. And he's working with a generalist set, 4-piece woodpecker and 2-piece polar. I believe hormone punk is technically the better set for him, just because of how he plays, obviously. But I decided to just go with the generalist set, so I can play him a little more flexibly than his ideal whatchamacallits play style. And it turned out to be a good idea for me to do that because in Deadass, right now the Deadass cycle has what you fight against the marionettes, and I believe you're supposed to use the Vlad team of Vlad, Hugo, or they're about the same person. Hugo, Lycaon, and Lighter. So there are some parts of that fight where you have to disengage from your stunners, and I have to pull out Vlad because he's the actual DPS of the group, obviously, and I have to use him to dodge counter all the clones that the marionette bitch starts throwing at you from time to time. So that turned out to be useful. Or having 4-piece woodpecker turned out to be pretty useful for that. Unless 4-piece hormone punk would have done the same thing too, but technically even better. But I like my generalist sets a lot, in especially these bigger production gotchas. I did the same in Genshin. I did the same in Star Rail whenever I can get away with it, or I feel like I can get away with it. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy with this. Individually, these are what his pieces look like. This one rolled 4 times into double crit, so that's very good. This one 3 times into crit rate. I mean, it's triple crit rate, so I can't really complain. This one, I think this was a 4-line start. Yeah, this was a 4-line start. 3, 1, 1, so 5 substat rolls. So 3 rolls into crit damage, so can't really say no to that. Plus, he even got 1 into attack percent, so it's a lot better than if he got two rolls into fucking flat HP. His 4 disc is definitely the weakest, because obviously it rolled fucking 4 times into dog shit stats, when it could have rolled more times into crit rate instead, and that would have been nice. So imagine if my Hugo had like 75% CR instead of just 70%. But maybe one day I'll come across a better crit damage main stat disc, 4 disc with crit rate main stat or substat. But for now, that's what he has to deal with. Let's see. This one is his 5 disc is not that good. I suppose it's not too bad technically, because crit rate and attack percent, and I believe attack percent in this game for a lot of characters is very important. Almost as important as like crit stats in this game apparently. So I guess technically it's not bad. I just would have liked to have a little bit more crit rate, you know? That would have been nice. What's the man got to do to ask for some more crit rate, you know? But in any case, this is a 6 disc. It's okay. It's got 2 rolls in the crit rate, so I suppose that's not bad. And then I believe this was a free welfare W5 engine A rank that we got from an event. I forget exactly which event it was, but I do know it was recent. So apparently this is his best free to play, yeah, it is free to play because you got this from an event. His best free to play option. So there you go. Kind of bummed out that Brimstone actually does not work very well, if at all, with Hugo, because like I said earlier, I got spooked. I think in last month's Dolphins log, I got spooked by Brimstone when I threw a random 10 roll into the standard banner. As soon as I was able to accumulate 10 standard tapes, and so I tossed it in, out came a Brimstone. So I was like, cool. But yeah, kind of bummed because I got it leveled up thinking that maybe Vlad could use it because, oh, Vlad's an attacker. And, you know, Brimstone works on most attackers, but nope, because of the way Vlad works and with his totalized mechanic. Yeah, no, he actually doesn't want Brimstone. I don't even think on Pridwin it's even listed. Brimstone is even listed as a recommended weapon for him at all. So I'm like, well, fuck. So time to use Gilded Blossom, I guess, or whatever this engine's name is called. Yeah, Gilded Blossom. Well, at least it was free, so I don't have a problem with that. But in any case, that's my Hugo build. For now, this will be his final build. If I do come across other better Woodpecker Electro pieces, then I will keep that in mind. Because all 3 of his 4, 5, 6 discs could certainly be better. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Alright, so he's our new character for now. Mr. Lycaon is the other character that I have been working on significantly, specifically for Hugo, naturally. So now I've re-geared him completely. He's now very much so usable. Those are all his stats. You can take a look at those. Crit rate, almost 50%. I would like it if he actually had 50% flat or a little bit over 50% crit rate, because I believe that's his recommended. But for now, 48% will do. Fully maxed out core passive, and then 9s across the board for his regular skills. And then naturally 4-piece Shock Star with 2-piece Swing Jazz. Running a very support-oriented Lycaon, obviously. And individually, these are what his pieces look like. This one is... Actually, no, because Stunners actually only get impact off the main stat 6 disc. So yeah, crit stats actually are important here. So crit stats, 2 rolls in the crit rate there. Some crit rate here, though overall this isn't a great piece. This one got 2 rolls in the crit rate, so that's nice. Crit rate main stat, 1 roll into crit damage. No crit rate over here, so this is kind of ass. Then I believe Lycaon prefers ice damage percent instead of attack percent. So he could definitely use a better one here. At the moment, this is the best I got. And then this one, fortunately, has double crit and impact percent, so that's nice. Too bad this flat HP wasn't attack percent instead. That'd be nice. So his relics could definitely be better, but he's mainly supposed to be a support, so you know, not in any rush to like get him to optimize his discs at all for now. But this is what he's got to work with. I believe for a support Lycaon, Steam Oven is one of his better ones, apparently, so that's why I decided to go with. So, that is Mr. Lycaon. Let's see here. The other character I've been really working on is Grace. I got her, at the beginning of the year? I think actually, no, not even the beginning of the year. I got her last December. I think at the start of December, I think, somewhere around that. And I haven't built her up until now. And, up until very recently, I was like, it's time to change that because she's my favorite perma character. I'm sure she is for a lot of other players too. So, she's not quite ready. Well, technically, I guess she is. Yeah, technically, I guess she is ready. I just have yet to use her actually in a fight. So I have to figure out how to actually play her eventually. But these are her stats at the moment. full core skill. I do want to give her 5 hamster cages, because again, I give hamster cages to either the characters in this game that I use the most often, or if I just like them a lot, like Grace, for example. I don't really give a shit how good or bad she is. She's still catching these hamster cages. So yeah, still have to work on getting enough shock or electric lightning chips, skill chips or whatever, to get her all maxed out. So I'll update you next month if I'm able to get enough to max out all of her skills. I believe this is her generalist set. I believe she has 2 different teams. One a specific mono electro team. And then she has like one BIS set for that, and then her other team is a disorder team. So I guess in other words, a standard anomaly team, if I'm not misunderstanding that. And for that team, she wants a different BIS set for discs. So, but when I looked at both of them on Pridwin, the generalist set went for both of them, both the playstyles. Or both those teams. I just realized how big side boob you can see right here. It's not too much. At first glance, because of my gooner fucking brain, I thought this entire area was like her fucking side boob, but no, this is just her the side of her back muscle, I think. This area right here is only her. It's like the top left corner of her titty. So I guess technically it's a side titty, but it's not as big as I initially thought it was. I apologize for my gooner brain. Hey, whenever you play Genshin, not Genshin, Zenless, you're playing a gooner game pretty much. I mean, Genshin is technically a gooner game too, but you know, we're not ready for that. People are not ready for that conversation, apparently, if Twitter is anything to go by. Anyways, so back to Grace. This isn't about Genshin. Back to Grace. I gave her the generalist set, 4-piece Chaos Jazz, and the 2-piece Freedom Blues. These are what her pieces look like individually. 2 rolls into AP. 2 rolls in AP. Another 2 rolls in AP. This one rolled, twice into attack percent, which is nice. I don't know how good pen ratio substats are, but I guess they're better than fucking defense or HP rolls, or even crit stats. AP main stat with perfect 4-disc, actually. It managed to dodge all of both of the bad subsets, just filtered straight into the quote-unquote good ones. So 2 rolls in the pen, 2 rolls in the attack percent. Technically her 5-disc is not ideal. I believe she prefers electro damage, a damage percent disc, over just a standard attack percent. But this is the only one that I have for now. I'm not using I'm saving my tuning calibrators for Yishuan when she shows up. So just gotta work with what I got. So for now, obviously her 5-disc is by far her weakest disc, but at least it's giving her a little bit more AP. So I guess that's fine. And then finally 6-disc, and this one rolled 3 times in AP. Wow. Very lucky. But yeah, AM main stat, AP substat rolled 3 times. She's getting an extra 36 from that. So very good. So yeah, eventually, technically my Grace is now ready to go. I just gotta take her out for a test drive and get a feel for how she plays, and hopefully we'll go from there. Other than those, just trying to look through everybody and see if there's anybody that I've missed. Still haven't built Polkar yet, even though I said I would eventually. So I hope I don't forget her later. Other than that, though, I think that's about it. I don't think I've messed with anybody else's builds so far. At least I don't think so. Actually, did I tell you guys about how I changed Jane's disc set over to 4-piece Fanged Metal? I don't know if I did talk about that. In case I didn't, I'll talk about it again. Let's see. Because previously, I think I had what my Jane was on was 4-piece Freedom Blues instead of 4-piece Fanged Metal. And then I think one day, or sometime during the month of May, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious to see if my Jane's build is like still up to date. So I decided to check Pridwin, and they were like, oh no, you don't want to use 4-piece Freedom Blues. You want to use 4-piece Fanged Metal. And so I was like, all right, okay, bet. So I decided to Bardic Needle for some extra Fanged metal pieces, and here we go. This is what I ended up with. So yeah, attack percent, AP, pen, AP, attack percent. Crit rate rolls are kind of useless, I think. AP, well, mainly AP. AP and attack percent, even though it didn't get any rolls. It's still there at least. AP main stat, double attack. Physical damage bonus. Got lucky and managed to get an inset physical damage bonus piece for this one. Too bad I rolled twice into fucking crit damage. And then lastly, AM with technically the first three substats were perfect, except then the game decided to not give me any AP substat rolls. So thanks, MiHoYo. Go fuck yourself, as usual. But I suppose the attack percent buffs are nice. It would have been nice if the substat rolls were flipped the other way around. If it were just gonna give me nothing but attack percent or attack buffs or attack rolls. But in any case, in case I didn't mention that before, there we go. And yeah, other than that, I think that's about it. As far as whatchamacallit, as far as character investments go. Let's see, I cleared Deadass's new cycle last Friday. Let's see, Shiu defense should be resetting later this week, so do that once it does reset on Thursday or Friday or whenever. So yeah, I think that's about it. There's not really like exploration that I have to talk about in Zenless, because this game isn't exactly open world, though it is sort of pseudo open world. Don't think I've really done much exploration. I mean, if I did, I probably got most of it done already. Well, I say most, but I know that there's still quite a few commissions that I still have to get done at the back at random play. I still have to do that one commission where it like takes you 2 hours to do, because it's basically like a mini game within a mini game. Not looking forward to that, or not looking forward to how long that's gonna fucking take. But anyways, should be about it. Looking forward to Yishuan this Friday, because well, I was gonna say for some reason, but I actually after talking about it with chat for a little bit, I now know exactly why Zenless' update is on Friday and not today, which is Tuesday when I'm recording this video. And this video should go up tomorrow on Wednesday. But yeah, I know exactly the reason why, but I won't bother saying it here. But yeah, looking forward to the 2.0 update on Friday. I will probably try to buy the monochrome packs here, because obviously I've only bought the 100%, not 100%, the $100 pack for the double bonus. I haven't bought any of the other packs yet, and I believe these packs will refresh. The double bonuses will refresh this coming Friday, so I have to make sure to buy these out before I forget about them. So I'll probably do that right after I'm done recording this video. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you guys next month, hopefully with Yishuan in tow. So see you then. Peace.